It's time once again for everybody to get on the why are there too many awards trains? Yay!
Oh, God. You're not the one who actually went through every single one of these categories last night and took an hour and a half to get all of them figured out. Then to find out we're only doing a handful of everything else.
Well, you've always said screw TV in previous
Well,
years,
yeah.
so I thought the trend would continue other than SAG because that was the trend. We did SAG, the rest of them, there's too many categories.
It's more points, though, for the contest, and that means we're going to have a much bigger
Look, just
final
because you're
score.
winning and you want to claw onto that victory, do it the ethical way. Do it the ethical way. We've already got new categories in that weren't here last year for the guilds. We've got a new category added for everybody in terms of the BAFTAs for best casting. So there's at least 3 more points that you can get over the rest of us.
So let me throw this out here right now. I literally have looked at the BAFTAs once. When we do that podcast next week, it'll be the second time I've looked at everything. I've not even looked at the Spirit Awards, so...
Well, I have to copy and paste them into the spreadsheet so I can work out how the hell we're doing this. So
I feel like after that timid soft open, I should probably say, live from Orlando, it's Wednesday night.
Probably.
Never forget. Once again, my name is Owen. Joining me, as always, we have Ashley.
If it wasn't already succinct enough.
Obviously. And AJ.
Yes, I'm assuming I'm still on Frozen.
Yes.
Yes.
No Suburban Commando for you, sir.
You are no longer snubbed by the Academy. You are not frozen. That's the joke that will keep on giving, along with Donkey with Headphones.
Donkey with Headphones, yeah.
Cliff and Brandy. Cliff and Brandy. And I love the fact that people are now saying that J-Lo got snubbed because of the real-life person trying to sue the company for not giving him money. Did you see any of that?
So...
You didn't see that story then, Owen. You didn't see that story, Owen.
No. Welcome to yet another awards show prediction podcast exclusively here on the Popcast Network. We're rolling right through awards season. We're now at the Guild. We have a televised award show and a bunch of awards that we'll probably be looking at deadline 11 o'clock at night to midnight to try to figure out what the winners are.
Even later than that, it's like 1 usually.
Yeah, because
I remember because it'll be 1 a.m. and I was like,
because it'll be 9 or 10 Pacific. It'll be early hours for East Coast, so yeah.
Bry Guy says, today I kind of thought about the controversy for not enough diversity in the acting categories and no women in director. I finally summarized the media showed blank. Netflix. 3 movies in the Big 8. Yeah, it also messes up the Best Picture marathons that the big 3 theater chains are doing, too.
Yeah.
Do you want to see The Irishman? Too bad. Go to your television.
China, actually. Baumbach is bringing out Marriage Story for a limited run in China. That's going to be the only theatrical run. I read about it just a few minutes ago.
Well, it had a limited run over here, along with 2 Popes and Irishman, because obviously I actually saw Irishman in the cinema. Thank you, London Film Festival. You actually realised that people might want to see it on a cinema screen.
Hey, if I had my Alamo Draft House that I'll probably have next year, I wouldn't have had this problem.
Admittedly, most of the cinemas over here don't want to deal with Netflix because of Netflix's views. So Netflix isn't helping themselves either.
Yeah, I'm at the point to believe that...
the best thing would be release the film maybe in November and then have it launch exclusively on Netflix once the award season happens, so then people can actually sign up to the service to see all these things that get the awards. But no. Just putting it out there, Mr. Netflix man, because I don't remember your name.
So he's like MySpace Tom. So basically, when it comes, probably just as relevant. The thing is, AJ will know what I'm going with when I say this. We never got the film Chicago at my theater that I worked at for 16 years. No, we actually got preview weekends of it and never actually got the movie in full. Hence what Netflix need to do. run preview weekends of Marriage Story and The Irishman just so people will get a chance at watching them. And I just shut the entire show down when I said that.
That's what. No, they did that over here for The Irishman for the 2 or 3 weeks before it actually launched worldwide on Netflix. It had a limited cinema run in the few cinemas that were showing it. That
Sure.
seems like a sensible move. Give the people the option to pay to see it on the big screen properly, especially in the eyes of Scorsese, rather than just binge it on a tablet or a mobile, because that's what Martin Scorsese wanted. Anyway, we're talking about the Guild.
Or this television that's right behind me. Quite literally.
Yeah.
Right, guys says, I've been rewatching your guys' Oscar reactions. My favorite reaction from you guys is when Two Popes got in.
Which time?
Probably.
Which one?
Yeah. Okay. Honest with you guys, I've never not been honest on this network. I got home today and I got food at work and brought it home with me. I had food. I was going to be like, all right, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch the Two Popes. I'm going to do my predictions, finish them. And then I'm going to do this podcast. And of course, the main priority tonight, AEW Bash at the Beach. What happened was I got about 15 minutes into the movie and already my eyes were heavy and I'm like, nope, I have to wake up a little bit more awake for this.
It happened again.
What's that?
You said I was going to come home and I was going to watch the Two Popes, and I heard Kurt Russell's voice in my head saying, that's a big fucking lie.
It took me a long time to watch Marriage Story, but I'm glad I did after I watched it. I don't think I'll feel that way about the Two Popes. We'll see. Braga mentioned all three, not just one of the reactions, all three times.
That might be exciting then when we actually get to live Oscar reactions. I'll have to keep shouting every time that they show clips from the Two Popes. Owen, stay awake. Owen, stay awake.
It's like AJ and Sirianna back in the day.
I was just completely at random, like yesterday, I started laughing all over again thinking about Anthony Hopkins having a ASMR YouTube channel.
God. I'm literally sitting there and I'm listening to the beginning. I'm listening to the beginning of the movie. I'm seeing the subtitles and everything. I don't have a problem with movies that have subtitles, not at all. It's just you gotta hook me, and right away, like the thing where Hopkins is on the phone trying to make like a reservation to try to fly.
I think that was Price.
I don't know anymore.
I can't wait.
I was half asleep, apparently.
I can't wait for somebody to complain 1917 isn't all in English, it's a bit in French. I don't want to read subtitles, thank you.
I'll watch it again because I have to. So yeah, we're talking about the guilds now because we are rolling right through award season, which means we literally have the guilds, the BAFTAs, the Spirit Awards, and the Oscars left.
Weirdly in that order, because thankfully the last of the Guild Awards is literally the day before BAFTA. So previously, at least on the spreadsheet, BAFTA's always been before the Guilds because the Guilds went before and after the BAFTA. Well, I guess it even gets confusing. Before and after the BAFTA. Whoa. Combine the two words and you literally get BAFTA. But with the date changes and everything, BAFTA now falls directly after all the guilds are out, so I've got to carry points over to work out where we are in the race.
That's good. So yeah, we're going to go with the guilds, and we're going to go into... We want to start with SAG first, or we want to start with the opposite guilds first?
Considering SAG is the only one that's televised, maybe we should leave that till last, because that's what we'll be reacting to, along with is it the PGAs this week as well, AJ?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
And then the DGAs are just on their own next week, so we won't do a video on that. We'll just combine it in, I guess, with the WGAs and the BAFTAs. We'll do a whole roundup then.
That's fair.
I'm gonna
Hopefully,
have
I won't have to work at 7 a.m. the next day after the BAFTAs. Well, guess we'll see what happens.
I wasn't sure exactly what we were doing, so everything that's not the main two in WGA and the main one in DGA and PGA, I'm just gonna have to wing it. So,
Well, the only reason why I say for the PGA and the WGA and the DGA, they're nearly all the same. With a few exceptions of like ones that are in and ones that aren't in terms of the documentary that we're now including in, as well as animated for the PGA, just to make that more interesting. Because when PGA has Frozen 2 and the other one doesn't, does that affect things? The measuring stick has to be put in, so we're sticking that stick.
So since PGA's first in the lineup, let's start with Producers Guild.
So I might as well run through the documentary ones here, just for AJ's sake.
Okay.
So on documentary, the PGAs have nominated Advocate, American Factory, Apollo 11, The Cave, For Summer, Honeyland, and One Child Nation. So relatively similar to the Oscars. I think is it all 5 that are in there? Taking out Advocate and Apollo 11. Oh no, Edge of Democracy took One Child Nation's place, I think.
Yeah, One Child Nation wasn't in there because I had that one put in my lineup. Nope.
Let me have a quick look. Yeah, For Summer, Honeyland, The Cave, and American Factory are the 4 that did make it in. So add the other 3.
so Apollo 11 is there.
Yes. Oh,
Apollo
11 is in everywhere, except for the kill. Except for the actual one that matters. It's even in the spirits. It's literally everywhere but the Oscars. The ultimate snub.
Since I'm pretty sure Won't You Be My Neighbor won last year, I'm gonna go ahead and say Apollo 11 here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley, what do you got?
I'm sticking with that as well.
I'm going to say American Factory because it burned me once. It's not going to burn me again.
I considered For Summer because For Summer I think is going to be, spoiler, what I go for later, but like when we're doing the big one. But in the meantime, I'll stick as long as it's here. I'll stick with Apollo 11.
The fact that For Summer is in foreign, British debut and documentary at the BAFTAs. I think they're trying to milk that one for the Brits.
And apparently it's on YouTube in its entirety, which I didn't know until like a couple of days ago.
Still waiting to the end of the month to find out about the shorts.
Well, considering the shorts, quite a lot of them are sort of freely accessible at the minute. Hence why we got Donkey with Headphones shot.
Always.
Well, I could have got shots from the other ones. Do the job at the Academy before it. It's interesting that a feature like like For Summer is actually available for free, because obviously American Factory won't be because it's Netflix. Apollo 11 won't be because it's NASA.
That's also fair.
Two of the others I think are Netflix. I think Honeyland and One Child, maybe. I lose track of the stuff.
I think One Child Nation is. I want to say it's Amazon, but I'm not positive.
Oh no, One Child Nation is Amazon Prime. Well, it might not even be Amazon Prime. There's some Amazon Prime films which aren't even available, like The Aeronauts. You bastards! Entertainment One. Anyway, animated feature. Because have you got these, AJ, or no? Or have you just got the main feature film for PGA?
Oh yes, I do have animated.
Okay. I'll let you continue then.
Is it Abominable, Frozen 2, How to Train Your Dragon, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4?
Yeah, those are the 5.
It's really tempting to go with Missing Link.
I was thinking.
It's tempting, and I do think there is But I still wonder if it's just Globe making us all paranoid. But I mean, it's while it does seem likely, like I said before, I'm just going to keep sticking with Toy Story 4 till the end, probably.
Okay. What do you got, Ashley?
What the hell? I'm gonna go with Missing Link. The weird thing is, my other one that I was thinking of was Abominable, because I think the PGA wants to be friends with China a lot more. And considering how a lot of that movie was made in China and it's sort of about Chinese culture sort of stuff, I would not be surprised if that suddenly got in, because I don't think it's. Let me just check. Is it in? I don't think it's in BAFTA for animated. No. So. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Missing Link. Just because. Like the dog.
I mean, I really want to go with Missing Link here, and that was my original idea. And I will kick myself if Missing Link wins this. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Toy Story 4 as well.
The farce will be Frozen 2 wins and it didn't even make it. It didn't even make it in. That would be the best bit.
I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't seen the movie. This is the first year I can honestly say I have not seen any of the animated lineups, which is crazy, to say the least, for me at least. But Frozen 2, without knowing anything, just sounds like a direct DVD sequel. Probably a direct video sequel in this case.
No, the songs are good enough that they deserve to be seen on a big screen. Even though I don't think the songs are as good as the first films.
They're not as iconic as the first movie. From what people have told me, they like it for what it is, but there's nothing that's got any replayability like Let It Go.
Yeah, no.
And I'm pretty sure we are now to the finals of the PGA.
Yeah, the 10.
So that's what the picture nominees plus Knives Out.
Yep, correct.
So that's 1917, Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Knives Out, Little Women, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. I'm gonna be building to a certain something as we go through these, because there's something I have in my head that is my picture prediction Oscar-wise. Even if these may not show that right away, because obviously there were like 2 years in a row there where PGA didn't match with The Big Short and La La Land. But for the most part, PGA matches. For the most part.
Right.
And Green Book really proved that. Green Book really proved a lot of things last year about PGA and getting an editing nomination and all that. I'm going to say 1917. But 1917 winning PGA, I do not think would kill Parasite. Because I feel like if there's one thing I'm having trouble ignoring, it is that Parasite seems to be the most universally loved movie of the year. And it has no visible detractors at all. And I've heard when you look at like budget, a lot of people try to put a PGA prediction into that, and people were looking at Joker's $1 billion it earned against its $45 million budget or something.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they love that sort of thing, but I feel good. This just feels like a 1917 win. But like I said, I don't think this will be one of those years where I don't think the PGA will, or the DGA for that matter, will absolutely solidify anything for certain. So that's what I'm saying for now.
What do you got, Ashley?
I'm going to go with Parasite. I think the producers are going to be impressed enough by it that it's still, I think, a 3-horse race between It, 1917, not It. No, It Chapter 2, never. Sorry. Parasite, 1917, and Once Upon a Time. That'll be there until we actually get to the night. It'll be between those three. So,
Yep.
You know, watch it be Jojo Rabbit and everyone goes, what? But
that wouldn't be surprising at this point, quite honestly.
Yeah. Well, I guess the biggest surprise would be Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah.
Because it didn't even get any acting. Even Spotlight had acting nominations, I think. It didn't win anything, but it had acting nominations.
Yeah, Ruffalo and McAdams.
Yeah.
So, Bry Guy says that, and the fact if you don't count the line live action to as the grossing animated film of all time.
Which is depressing. Thanks for that.
So high. Well, I'm sure it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize where I'm going here, but let me go
Little
with
Women.
my thought process. We'll get there later. Don't worry. I don't think anything is out of this at this point. I think anything could potentially win. Some a lot more so than others when it comes to PGA at least. The original thought process I had, other than going with what everybody's anticipating I'm going to go with, which is what AJ can't go with, was actually
Which one?
because it kind of it's pausing internet. Yay, internet. The Irishman was my original thought process.
That's fair.
And I thought that would have made sense to put it back in the race and everything. But then I looked again. I was like, I'm not going there. 1917, maybe. I mean, I guess I'm trying to do the reverse AJ and try to will it against. So the only thing I want to see, I would be okay with winning is Mendes, but not if it comes at Tarantino's expense. JoJo would be great here. It really would. I'd love to see that happen. I think Joker's got too much momentum to win this, if that makes any sense. Marriage Story would be nice because it'd be nice to see Baumbach get into this, but I don't see that happening. Same with Greta with Little Women. I don't see that happening either. And then again, we get down to that 3-horse race, which I'm pretty sure we're at right now. Parasite could easily take this. 1917 could easily take this. But yeah, I've stuck with it all the way. I'm going to stick with the movie that I will once again get a theatrical viewing of within the next 2 weeks. PGA goes to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Seems fair.
PGA, Bra Guy says PGA might not match the Oscars. The BAFTAs have not matched the Oscars in recent years.
Well, keep in mind, BAFTA always likes to have the skew. Also, I don't think BAFTA was ever going to give it to Green Book because they were sensible.
At the point now, I'm thinking BAFTA could go for Joker.
They're more likely to go 1917 because of the British connection. Because British film might not go to 1917. It might go to Rocketman because it knows that's the only love that it might get.
It's possible. PGA will go. Welcome, Josephine. She says, I have a feeling PGA will go to Once Upon a Time. I want that, obviously. Brad Guy says, probably for me, the one category that Best Picture is once again original screenplay.
Possibly.
Not the WGA.
Ineligibility.
Segue, ladies and gentlemen. Segue. But first, Josephine says, do you think SAG Ensemble can go to Parasite due to the diversity factor?
We'll get there.
We'll be there in a minute. Don't worry.
We'll jump to that last.
More than a minute.
SAG will be last. We might as well go
Yes.
WGA because it's easier on my spreadsheet.
Good.
So the five documentaries, which I think match up directly with the DGA, so not much hassle for you, AJ. You know the 5 because it will be the same in both categories. We have American Factory, The Cave, Maiden, Honeyland, and One Child Nation.
I'm lost on that one.
I just completely off the cuff am going to say Honeyland. With no explanation.
I should be biased.
Are we doing DGA or WGA right now?
This is WGA. This is WGA. They're the same for both. So I was just clarifying to AJ that that's the list of the 5. There isn't any other different ones in case he wants to sort of plan ahead while we're talking about shit, Owen.
Well, it's funny, Ashley, because I cannot find that anywhere.
It got the WGA for documentary came out about 2 weeks before they did adapted and original. It was done separately beforehand.
I have documentary screenplay as something completely different.
God damn it! I copied the wrong thing.
So I was right. You did copy the wrong. Okay, cool.
What did no? Yeah, actually, wait. What the fuck? No, that's
Yep. You're encountering what I just saw, what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. Wow. Sorry. Yeah. Take that fucking back.
Completely take it back.
Take that fucking back. Holy shit!
You want me to read them?
If I can copy and paste it, I'll be able to read it myself. Fucking hell.
That's why I was confused, because I was like, that's not what's listed here.
So we have, and it's a completely different 5 that aren't even in the Oscars or any races. So ignore the shit out of that. We have
accurate.
So fuck it. We'll do it live.
Exactly.
We have Citizen K, Foster, The Inventor, Out for Blood in Silicon Valley, Joseph Pulitzer, Voice of the People, and The Kingmaker. So AJ, which Alex Gibney film are we going for?
I'm gonna be really cheap here. It's the WGA. I'm gonna say that Joseph Pulitzer.
Wow.
Interesting.
I never say Pulitzer. I've always said Pulitzer. That is the first time in history I've said Pulitzer.
I'm putting this on your lineup now. Ashley, what do you got?
I was trying to work out which Alex Gibney one I was going to give it to. Because it's got the interesting story, and because Jennifer Lawrence is going to be desperate because she's doing a biopic of it, The Inventor, Out for Blood in Silicon Valley.
Well, you officially know more about, well, this is pretty obvious, so you officially know more about this documentary than I do, but that's what I went with as well.
I'm trying to remember. As I say, it's being adapted into a film with Jennifer Lawrence playing Elizabeth Holmes. She did the company Theranos, and it was supposed to be blood testing, and it was all basically a big scheme to get money. And I think the court case is still going on even to this day. So, but it's an Alex Gibney documentary. So either that or Citizen K, I would say, are the favourites.
Yeah, I mean, I just looked at
weird,
the names. I was like, I've never heard of any of this. I might as well just go with one.
Looking at the previous WGA awards, there's been actual previous Oscar nominees or winners in the list. Not forgotten about. Not just gone. So
Josephine says, I'm surprised that Fleabag is not nominated in WGA.
Oh, what for I'm just looking. I'm trying to look for last year's nominees and or winners in. Oh God, I remember that there was an actual fucking video game category because. Oh, we can cry.
Oh wow. So we have a newcomer to chat. Welcome, Diego Pistful. Pronounce that. My apologies if it's pronounced incorrectly. PGA Parasite, DGA Bong Joon-ho, WGA Parasite and Little Women, SAG is Irishman, Adam Driver, ScarJo, Brad Pitt, Laura Dern in Endgame. Fair. And Bry Guy says WGA and DGA need to do an animated category.
Yeah, I'm actually looking in the episodic comedy. There's Orange is the New Black, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Living with Yourself, Dead to Me, On Becoming a God in Central Florida, and Veep.
These are all of the things that I wrote down last night.
And it's not even
At
in for
11 o'clock.
Well, I guess it would be new series. And yeah, even comedy series is Barry, Mrs. Maisel, Pen 15, Russian Doll, and Veep. Was it last year? Anyway. You can do the adapted and original, AJ, because you'll have them in front of you.
Alright, let's go ahead and do original first.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm looking at.
Fair.
Where we have 1917, Booksmart, Knives Out, Marriage Story, and Parasite. This is Baumbach's chance to show his face, but for all the reasons I said earlier and will say in the future, I'm going to say Parasite.
What do you got, Ashley?
I need to look at the spirits.
I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if Ryan Johnson wants to make a run for it, but
I'd be okay with that.
But I feel pretty good about saying Parasite, unless they love 1917 that much. But I think here I'm good about Parasite.
I'm gonna stick with Parasite, but I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly Booksmart comes out of nowhere. Because diversity. Because I didn't even realise it was 4 women that wrote it, and it's a female director. If you're looking at a female film, Booksmart is the heavy definition of it, along with arguably Little Women. If it wasn't ruined by Chris Cooper not being a woman, or Timothy Chalamet.
Josephine says, I think Parasite absolutely deserves to win original at WG. Well, like AJ alluded to, and Ashley did as well, there's really, once again, I could see any of these 5 winning.
Yeah.
But since I wouldn't say front runner because I'm not going to fall into that trap. So far, since the person that it keeps winning so far in 2 awards that have came out on television is nowhere to be found because of his wonderful love for the guilds, which we'll get to that later. I think this is Baumbach's chance, and I think this is when he actually wins something. And it could potentially be the only thing he wins all season.
Because you've been keeping track of some of the things in terms of like the various like critic circle awards. Has it mainly been Parasite and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for those, AJ, over the last month or so?
I think it's a lot of Parasite.
Right.
I mean, smart money is on Parasite. I won't even lie about that. But, I mean, it wouldn't shock me for Baumbach to win this. And I'm going with it. Right Guy says, can you remember last year WGA went for 8th grade and Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Yeah, they went like really off the off the path.
I don't think Booksmart is that off the path. It should have been in more consideration than it sort of was, arguably.
If anything, the fact that they gave it to 8th grade last year almost makes it seem more likely it'd be Booksmart.
Yeah.
I don't know if it were the way I would see things just on my vantage point. I would think it'd be more likely to be Ryan Johnson instead.
Yeah.
If you had to put Booksmart and Knives Out against each other, I'd bet on Ryan Johnson here. If that was what it was down to.
Then again, would WGA be interested in something that's probably going to become a franchise in Knives Out? Because I don't think any of the other 4 are going to be, Marriage Story 2 or Booksmart 2 or 1918 or Parasite 2. How's he getting out of the house?
Literally and figuratively.
Although, from his nomination reaction to the Best Picture, he was keeping that tea steady, wasn't he? Like, yes. Anyway, adapted.
Alright, this is when it's like nice that we're in the industry awards now because we have like stuff to go on. Like, you can say that 4 of these are an option because of how much they clearly love them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's anything like last year, who the fuck knows? But
Also,
here we have A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, and Little Women. I came into this ready to say Zalian.
yep.
Even though I've already said and will continue to say that the whole director situation with Gerwig means that they might as well just give her the adapted screenplay Oscar now because that's what they're going to do to make it up to her. There's like, it will be absolutely shocking if that does not happen. And even with that in mind, I was going to go with Alien here anyway, but I guess I'll go ahead and say this will be where that starts. So I'll go ahead and say Gerwig here.
Ashley?
I'm going to go with Gerwig again as well. I don't know what it is about them. I'm surprised Alien hasn't had more success. Because was Alien getting a lot in the critics? Various things?
Yeah, Zalian won quite a few of the Critics Awards, but
Okay.
didn't take that long to die, apparently.
I'm trying to see... and they are going head-to-head in BAFTA as well. Frickin' two popes.
Josephine says, please don't make the Parasite spin-off series. Leave the film alone.
Even BAFTA realised that Booksmart was a good original screenplay. And they didn't even put 1917 in, and it could win it in the bloody Oscars. BAFTA's so crazy.
Josephine says, I wonder if has there ever been a tie at WGA?
PGA's done it, but I don't know about the others. There was in 2013, PGA had one with Gravity and 12 Years a Slave.
Right.
That's as far back as my memory goes.
Fair. Josephine has her adapted lineup to go to either Greta or Taika Waititi. Waititi was who I was thinking would not really a long shot, but I think he's got a really good chance to take this. Everybody knows where I'm going to go with this, so I might as well go with my thought process. Once again, I love that picture on Twitter. It makes me smile. So here's the thing. It's going to be a really great night for the Baumbach-Gerwig household, but I think they both walk out. But don't doubt Todd Phillips here. It wouldn't shock me one bit. Zalian needs us to get back in this. But yeah, without a doubt, this is Greta's award. Like was alluded to earlier by the rest of the panel, this is literally Greta's award to lose moving forward. She looks like she is poised to win the rest of the run. And I'll be very happy when that happens.
I just searched Writers Guild Awards tie, and all I get are pictures of Emily Blunt from last year, who came in a bow tie that was like the size of her shoulders, with John Krasinski. So I'm guessing there hasn't been a tie. There hasn't been a tie at the WGA because all I'm getting is pictures of Emily Blunt. So,
which is so much better than the results you were looking for.
Unless there was a tie, something interesting. There actually was a tie that was interesting. Instead, we get a beautiful tie, a tie at place part 2, coming soon.
Well, now we move on to the DGA.
Also, I looked, even in comedy last year, Fleabag didn't even make it in for anything. WGA idiots. Pass it on. Right, yeah, PGA. So, I might as well say the actual 5. You haven't heard these 5 before, honest. American Factory, The Cave, Maiden, Honeyland, and One Child Nation. Who said that previously?
I am once again, I think, going to say Honeyland.
And I'm again, even though I didn't say it the first time because of my cock up, I'm going to say American Factory.
I feel like I probably should be, but for some reason I'm gravitating towards Honeyland. Unless it's that double nomination, that's probably what's driving it. But
yeah, possibly.
Not much else to analyze, really.
Nobody gives a shit about Fasama in this one. Boo.
I'm also going to go with American Factory here. I'm not going to... Whenever I get something that stumps me, I usually go with it the next time and either fall down once again or soar. So in this case, I'm going to stick with American Factory.
I mean, I'm just hoping that we get 9 American Factories, so then we get American Factory X, and somewhere Edward Norton shows up in it for no reason.
Just as long as the plant doesn't get shut down.
Could have been worse. Could have been Motherless Brooklyn. F.
That's how we kill a show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh God, this one, the first time feature for DGA.
Oh, hold on. We actually have a question that actually I want to get advice from the panel here. Josephine asked if WGA and DGA had 8 to 10 slots. Where do you think the other nods would?
That's hard to answer because their eligibility rules are so weird.
Yeah. Because obviously, I'd want to go straight to Tarantino when it comes to original screenplay, but I can't because he's not eligible.
Yeah, now after seeing the Oscar results, I'd really like to know if The Farewell had been eligible, if it would have even made it or not.
It's a fair point.
Because apparently with foreign movies they have weird rules, but Parasite's here, so I don't know. I have no idea. That's how I'm going to answer that question. I really have no idea. I wish there was a much more informative answer to that.
The correct answer is something. God, this first time feature could be a bloodbath. Because out of the 3 I've seen, I don't know which one I want to pick.
I don't remember exactly what they are, but I remember that like usually this category has like a front runner in it that's really easy to set.
For me,
but
it doesn't.
This year,
we got Matty Diop for Atlantics, Alma Harrell for Honey Boy, Melina Matsoukas for Queen and Slim, Joe Talbot for Last Black Man in San Francisco, and Tyler Nilsson and Michael Schwartz for Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh, nice.
That is a ridiculous list of 5.
And Olivia Wilde isn't one of them.
Well, you know.
This is true.
Okay, the thing is that my instinct is Joe Talbot, but it feels like a neon sign is saying go with one of the women. Because she seems to be the most high profile of the ones here, I think. Maybe not her name, but about who's been addressed when it comes to which female directors have made movies this year. My instinct is still saying Joe Talbot, but I'm going to say Honey Boy instead.
What do you got, Ashley?
Because of the wrestling factor, I so want to say Peanut Butter Falcon.
Been there. I know how that feels.
But just in terms of maybe I'm being swayed too much by the cinematography, I'm going to say Last Black Man in San Francisco.
So you're going to go with Talbot since AJ's not.
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
To be honest, I was contemplating it anyway, because when I saw it in its one showing a day run at my multiplex, I was like, more people need to see this shit, rather than I can't even remember what was on at the same time. Probably Frozen. Oh no, it was before that, because it was like early November. It was weird. I got like Honey Boy, Peanut Butter Falcon, and Last Black Man in San Francisco, all within about 6 weeks of each other. Man, that was a good time.
Based on what I've heard, I'm really hoping to see it sometime before the Spirit Awards.
Which one?
Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Okay.
So Josephine says, which of the first-time debuts here was your favorite? She's seen Atlantic's, Last Black Man in San Francisco, and Peanut Butter Falcon, and she loved Peanut Butter Falcon.
Well, yeah, the one that made my top 10.
It's true. Atlantic's was bonkers crazy, good, very good fun though.
Wait, can we clarify, because you might know, AJ, is Peanut Butter Falcon available, like, home media wise yet?
Yeah.
Owen, watch it.
I know, I need to see it.
Jake the
I
Snake.
think it's
I know.
Mick
I want to see it really bad.
its DVD release was back in November, I think.
Right. So jealous.
Fun fact, I worked a show with both Mick Foley and Jake the Snake. I don't need to bring up puddles here on the network. Anyway, AJ knows where I'm going with that.
That story is so surreal.
Comedy.
You didn't live it, I did.
I was going to say comedy for 2, but I'm going to say comedy for 2.5, because I sort of get it.
We'll talk off air. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going with Honey Boy here. Seems to have the most highest profile of films that really had a lot of buzz, but didn't really go as far as people thought it was going to. But I think it wins here.
Is it just though because of Shia LaBeouf?
I mean, the trailer looked awesome. I really wish I would have been able to see it. It was here for a week, and then I was like, nope. If I had Movie Pass, I would have watched it, but nope, didn't have that back then. Should the Oscars add a debut director category? I think for our own sanity, we don't need any more categories added to the Oscars.
I think it being a DGA is the right place to have it.
DGA,
Right.
and I think the way that BAFTA does it by being director, producer, or writer is a good enough platform for America. Because, of course, the Spirits have first-time director as well, don't they? Well, best first feature, so yeah.
They certainly do.
Yeah, they have first feature and first screenplay.
Mm-hmm. So now
DGA film.
Now to the main 5.
Yep.
As most people probably know, we have Bong Joon-ho, Sam Mendes, Martin Scorsese, Tarantino, and Taika Waititi. It's exactly what I said about PGA. I'm going to say Sam Mendes, but that would not kill Bong Joon-ho at all. Because, I mean, DGA has a better track record than PGA as far as what's going to actually win that category. It's much more of a rarity that the winner of DGA loses. But, like I said, I'm going to say Mendes, but that would not put Bong Joon-ho out. So, yeah.
Ashley, I think I know where you're going with this.
Because of the way directors love sort of the art of film rather than whatever, I think I'm going to sort of do a Roma from last year and say Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. And I'm fearing Parasite isn't going to win because it's a foreign film. I want to be proved wrong by the Oscars, but Roma proved that last year. I think Roma didn't win because it was foreign and black and white. At least Parasite has got 50% of it right by being in colour.
But there's also so many things in Parasite's favor that Roma didn't have. Like, for starters, maybe
Netflix.
Possibly. Yeah, maybe possibly the black and white might have been a little off-putting for some people, but there's also the fact that there are some people that thought Roma was, like, too slow. and
Oh well,
Parasite
you
is.
cannot say anything about that about Parasite. That was like I'm looking at my watch. Wait, there's only 20 minutes left. I didn't look. I should have looked at my watch more often. I need to phone home.
I did not look at my watch one bit when I watched that movie.
Yeah, because it's like we were saying. There have been foreign movies. There have been plenty of foreign movies nominated for picture, but nothing like Parasite. Like nothing at all. So it's a whole
and
different.
in all the interviews, you know, Bong's sort of said how weird it's. You know, he's appreciative of it, but how weird that it somehow cross cultures the story.
Yeah, it's like I said, I cannot express that enough this season.
I don't know why.
Not have to character.
I don't know why you and me are having this discussion, AJ, because Owen's saying Tarantino.
Even Anne Frank can see that's where the direction I'm going. Josephine said, I thought Cold War and Shoplifters were better than Roma.
Shoplifters,
Shoplifters
Shoplifters, I'd agree with you with. I haven't caught Cold War, so I can't say so.
Again, yeah, it's pretty obvious. AJ's frozen again.
Oh no.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna go Tarantino here, but the thing is, I think this is when it happens. I think this is when the pendulum swings and it rolls into. And I hope that that's correct because I really, to get his best director win. But Bong Joon-ho has a really good shot here. Not just a really good shot here. He's got a very good possibility at this point. Mendes is in this because of the movie he directed. But I'm
Was all set to mute previously. Great. Thanks, Power Cuts. You can hear us now. We're trying to work out shit. Apologies for that, guys. If there is a buffer in the stream, screw it. I'm putting it in the comments. Stream starts again at 1 hour. And stuff. Shit.
okay.
So what Owen was saying is basically Tarantino's winning lol. But according to
Tarantino wins.
But according to Bry Guy, Mendes is a possibility.
All right, yeah, I was talking about Tarantino being obviously what I'm going to choose, but I know why Mendes is here. I get it. I don't want it, but I get it. I understand. It's just, yeah, this is when to me, I think this is when Tarantino wins and gets the Oscar for it, and much deserved. Is Bong Joon-ho going to take this? It's very possible. Absolutely a possibility. Is Sam Mendes going to get this? Absolutely a possibility. I don't think anyone's completely out of it. At this point, Scorsese winning would be nice too. But the thing is, it's just like at the end of the day.
In all honesty, Watiti's the outsider. It's probably between the other four.
Is he though? If you really think about it.
I mean, in my opinion, no. But if the DGA is anything like the people that voted for the Oscars, They ain't gonna like young people. So,
I don't know. It's just this point. I mean, I want Scorsese to surprise me here, but I don't see it happening. Just like we talked about with PGA a little bit ago. Sorry, Marty. I'm staring at his picture right here. He looks so sad. I'm sorry. I see you awake through your 3-hour movie. Be happy.
3.5 hours. Get it right.
It felt like it was an hour, honestly, because it flowed so quickly. Honestly, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood right now feels like the movie's 15 minutes long. At this point, how many times I've seen it.
15 minutes is shorter than the Spawn Ranch scene by itself.
Exactly.
15 minutes is just where they play fucking Keep Me Hanging On for that scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, live viewers, thank you for returning with us to the stream that died. Hopefully, archive viewers won't have much of an idea what we're referring to, but I have a feeling they will. So
Hopefully
I
it'll be
want-
literally like the stream that we had for the Oscars, except there'll be a bit where we're muted and talking in the 7-minute interval. See, we can do it too.
Anyway, my interpretive dance. Josephine says Taika getting in at DGA but not at Oscars is like Affleck getting at DGA but not the Oscars. Don't get me started about Affleck getting screwed out of the Oscar.
Yeah, but didn't Affleck win?
Yeah.
Never forget, I'll go fuck yourself. I always refer to it as that because that's always they said in the film.
Once again, I really appreciate that part of James Bob.
All right, should we? We should probably get into SAG now, right?
SAG's the last one.
Yeah, we'll probably roll in before we have another power surge.
All right. I assume we're gonna start with stunts and TV.
Yeah.
Yes. Fast as possible. Let's take this home. Just in case. AJ is paused.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
I can
We
hear
can
you.
sort out the video once
If you
you've...
can still, let's say if you can still hear me, I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay.
I'm down with that. Continue.
We got Game of Thrones, Glow, Stranger Things, The Walking Dead, and this is always just kind of, it could be anything. Your instinct kind of wants to say Game of Thrones, but I'm gonna say
Okay. Ashley.
I'm gonna say Watchmen as well. As good as the stunt crew was maybe for Game of Thrones, I just think there's a lot of people that really did not like that from both, the fans as well as sort of the critics. So I'm swaying to Watchmen for that reason. But I wouldn't be surprised if Game of Thrones did it as a sort of pity award.
It seems like universally, from what people tell me, that this final season wasn't really liked by diehards of the show.
That's putting it mildly, isn't
even what's the fucking name that was in Last Christmas? Amelia Clarke. Yeah, even Amelia Clarke was like, "Yay! Everybody's gonna like this," in such a way where it's like, "Well, she didn't like it, and she made the bloody thing."
So, fun fact, I love this. I love to use this one because it's appropriate given the circumstance. Every single one of these shows, or in movie in this case, has been parodied in a Bill and Ted show at Halloween Horror Nights. And that's honestly the only knowledge I have of Game of Thrones at all.
I'm trying to work out how they did the parody for Glow.
They were Blow.
Oh,
Beautiful ladies of wrestling.
That makes sense.
And they low blowed Bill and Ted at the end. That was great.
The stars of Blow, low blowed Bill and Ted.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, of course, I had to make a Bill and Ted reference because I haven't done it yet this season, so I might as well do it now. Yeah, Watchmen's here. That's my winner.
All right. And then stunts in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
We have Endgame, Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Joker, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Instinct is saying Endgame, but I'm going to say Ford vs. Ferrari.
So you're going to say Ford versus Ferrari? Ashley, what do you got?
I want to say John Wick and just fuck it, because I don't want any of the other 5 to win.
John Wick by write-in.
It's better than 15 ties on a show.
I'll say Ford v Ferrari because of the driving. Because most of it apparently was real driving. Well, when you saw the list of the drivers that they used, I'm pretty sure it was real driving. So, I'll give credit for that, but, you know, John Wick deserved it. Did they just not want to give Keanu Reeves because he did the stunts or something?
Bry Guy says for stunts in movies, they can nominate apes on horses, but not Wick on horses. Speaking of Bill and Ted, Josephine says only Dr. Manhattan knows the winners because he experiences time all at once. It's true. Yeah, obviously, the Cliff and Bruce Lee fight. One of my favorite ones of the year, without a doubt. I just loved it when he just picks them up and just launches them right in the car.
And then the stunt coordinator shows up as the "What the fuck are you doing?"
Hey, you mentioned Zoe Bell by name, sir.
Exactly.
The credits seemingly didn't want to. She was just in the credits at the end. They didn't put her in the start. She got famous because of Kill Bill, damn it.
All right.
Next.
Actress in a TV movie or miniseries?
Mm-hmm.
God, we're in a really weird order here, but okay.
Well, whatever.
As usual this year, I believe these are all miniseries, so disregard TV movie.
Okay.
I believe it's the same for actor, too.
Okay.
For actress, we have... Once again, I don't have the titles, so correct me if I'm wrong. Patricia Arquette for the act, Toni Collette for Unbelievable, Joey King for the act, Emily Watson for Chernobyl, and Michelle Williams for Fosse.
Correct.
All right. As usual, feel like there's no need to elaborate. Michelle Williams.
Ashley?
Same.
Blue Valentine.
Except she might show up to this one.
No, she will show up to this
I know.
one for sure.
All right. Actor in a miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mahershala Ali for True Detective, Russell Crowe for The Loudest Voice, Jared Harris for Chernobyl, Jarrell Jerome for When They See Us, and Sam Rockwell for Fosse. This is not so easy.
Same.
It could be any of these people.
Except Jared Harris.
I wanted to go with Jarrell Jerome again. I really considered Rockwell. But yeah, for some reason, something inside me said they might throw Jared Harris a bone this time.
Oh, shit.
So I said Jared Harris.
The pyro outside agrees with you, apparently. Celebration! Ashley, what are you going with?
I'm going to say Mahershala Ali.
God. Okay. I'm updating this. And you know, I think this is finally the time that Rockwell wins one. I'm going with Sam Rockwell.
Watch it be Russell Crowe to prove that the globe wasn't a fluke. And everyone goes, but it's not real.
Yeah, Bry Guy, we're at the point now that AJ's, as long as we can hear him, he's happy with that. He knows he is frozen.
Yeah.
As long as I don't look ridiculous or you've covered me with something like Tom Hanks, but
Not yet.
The fact that thought remains.
Hang on, it could be worse. It could be Donkey with headphones. Or would that be preferable, AJ?
that would be better. All right. Are we moving on to the comedy categories?
I guess, because we're all over the place on this list. So go ahead.
All right. For actress in a comedy series, we have Christina Applegate for Is It Dead to Me?
Yeah.
Alex Borstein for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Catherine O'Hara for Schitt's Creek, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge for Fleabag. I feel really good about saying Phoebe Waller-Bridge again.
Ashley?
The sweeps all round. Except the WGAs, because they're morons.
AJ is not Frizz anymore. And I'm also going with Phoebe Waller-Bridge for Fleabag.
It fixed itself. My God.
All right. Actor in a comedy series?
Yes.
Once again, this one may not be as easy.
Hmm.
We have Alan Arkin for The Kaminsky Method, Michael Douglas for The Kaminsky Method, Bill Hader for Barry, Andrew Scott for Fleabag, and Tony Shalhoub for The Maisel. Now, if you're going by the fact that it's SAG, you would think that Bill Hader and Michael Douglas would be the front options, yet they both lost last year to Tony Shalhoub.
This is correct.
Given that Bill Hader plays a student in an acting class and Douglas plays a teacher in an acting class. And because this is another case of because Hader lost last year, I want to go with him. But we saw how that paid off at Globe.
Accurate.
So while I do feel like Hader and Douglas aren't out, I just went with the feeling I've been going with all season, and I'm going with Andrew Scott again.
Okay. Ashley?
I'm saying Hader because they're Americans.
I'm also going with Andrew Scott.
I'd so loved it to be that they actually recognise people that aren't British and sort of trying to get successful. Because Andrew Scott seems to do whatever the hell he wants. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck, boys. Sorry, that all those cameos in 1917. Holy shit.
And then that leaves ensemble in a comedy series.
Mm-hmm.
Where we have Barry, Fleabag, The Kaminsky Method, Moses Maisel, and Schitt's Creek. You know, I really want to go with Schitt's Creek, honestly.
Same.
Because it keeps going in here.
But I feel like I want to stick to the safe choice. So, oh God. I really want to say Schitt's Creek right now.
I've been wanting to,
but I'll go with my first instinct because if I change it and it's wrong, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. So I'm gonna say Fleabag.
Ashley?
Fleabag.
Fleabag. It's going to be a very boring award show on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. We're either going to get everything wrong or everything right.
Only on the Fleabag front. Mostly.
Next.
All right, naturally, the drama categories.
Mm-hmm.
Actress in a drama series, we have Jennifer Aniston for The Morning Show, Helena Bonham Carter, that's The Crown.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Olivia Colman, also The Crown.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Jodie Comer for Killing Eve and Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
Elizabeth Moss getting like her only nomination of the season, weirdly.
Yeah.
Unless you count her smell nomination at the Spirit Awards, I guess.
Well,
I feel like either Carter or Coleman is possible, and I feel like Comer is very possible. But my instinct said that this might be finally the time for Aniston, so I went with it. It's a little weird that Aniston, Billy Crudup, and Steve Carell are all here, yet it is not in ensemble.
That's true.
But I'll just say something now. The person I picked for actress in a drama series and actor in a drama series are in shows that are not in ensemble. So that may be a bad idea, but I'm gonna stick with it. So I'm saying Aniston here.
Ashley.
I'm going to say Aniston as well. I think the actors are sort of going to rally behind her to prove that she can make good stuff that isn't murder mystery. Maybe. I'd love it to be Jodie Comer, though. Just coming out of nowhere and taking it.
Brad Guy says, and the Mrs. Maisel will win.
Don't tempt it.
I'm going with Jodie Comer.
Oh, you are going to go for that. Fair play.
I am. Enjoy your points, gentlemen. Who knows?
It's going to be Coleman. It's going to be Coleman.
It's not even necessarily that it's SAG. It's these fucking TV categories that just do whatever the hell they want. Of course, it's refreshing.
According to somebody that does the food for the Crown and at least some of the things, when Claire Foy was given stuff to eat in certain things, she didn't eat anything that was put in front of her, including grapefruit that she was apparently massively abhorring. Not allergic to, just abhorring. And then apparently when Olivia Colman was given similar things, Olivia Colman just ate it all. Which when they're shooting breakfast from 10 till 4, she's eating a lot of eggs.
All right.
The favorite show, that's as long as we don't give her cake, we're good. Actor in a drama series?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us, Steve Carell for The Morning Show, Billy Crudup for The Morning Show, Peter Dinklage for Game of Thrones, and David Harbour for Strangers. I almost said Harbour. I almost said Dinklage. I almost said Crudup. The only person I didn't almost say was Carell for some reason.
He's like the odd man out because it's the only time I really see him mentioned.
If I remember correctly, despite the show having won like one or two times, Sterling K. Brown has not won individually yet. Do I have that right?
Let me have a quick look.
Eventually.
Screen Actors Guild Awards. And of course,
I can't remember. I can't remember if Dinklage has either, but I wasn't going to take Dinklage too much into consideration, which was probably a bad idea. Now that I've said it.
Let me bring Dinklage up in the new tab then.
End of this, I think it's clear that my choice is Sterling K. Brown.
Ashley.
I am saying Crudup.
Yep, I'm sticking with Russell Hammond too.
Have a quick look.
Because don't forget, Sterling K. Brown messed me up the first time at the Globes, so don't live it down this time around.
Wow. The only SAG he won was 3 Billboards. Dinklage. He was nominated for Game of Thrones in 2013, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Not last year. And then again this year.
So what you're trying to tell me is Dinklage has a really good chance.
For Series 1 of This Is Us, Sterling K. Brown won for actor in a drama. As well as ensemble. It won ensemble last year as well, but he was only nominated last year. I can't remember who won off the top of my head. Have a quick look. Oh, it was Bateman for Ozark. Apparently.
Well, I've said it, so I can't take it back now. So there we go. Okay, bro.
Well, he didn't win last year, and normally when we see these awards, sometimes they ebb and flow between like 2 people. So.
Drama series. Let's end television.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Because you both said Billy Crudup. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ensemble in a drama series, we have Big Little Lies, The Crown, Game of Thrones, The Handmaid's Tale, and Stranger Things. I was so damn close to saying Stranger Things. You have no idea how close I was to saying Stranger Things. But I said The Crown.
Okay. Ashley.
I'm going to say Crown as well. I should say Big Little Lies, but the fact that it got nothing else just seems weird.
I think that's the reason I went with it.
What
Because it didn't get anything else, and I think that they just go ahead and just give it ensemble
the hell?
without anything else.
It lost to This Is Us, I'm guessing, last year. Wait, it wasn't even nominated? Oh, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was
Big Little Lies
2007.
was, yeah. It wasn't
Okay.
even
Tell
nominated.
us.
It wasn't even nominated for Really?
Josephine says I'd love to see Stranger Things when, apparently, from what people tell me, the season was really successful. House was weak, but the television season was successful.
Did Big Little Lies get in anywhere? No. God, that's even more confusing. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. It was classified as miniseries or TV movie for series 1, but now because it's a second series, it has to be included in drama. That's why it's
TV.
all gone weird.
Over. Movie time.
All right, the 4 acting categories. Is anybody going to take any risks, or are we going to blow right through this?
We'll see.
I'll tell you straight up right now, I'm not taking any risks.
I'm not taking any risks.
I mean, we saw with the best choice any awards body made last year showed that SAG is willing to go their own way.
This is true.
But I'm feeling pretty safe about this year. So for supporting actress, we have Laura Dern for Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit, Kidman for Bombshell, Lopez for Hustlers, and Margot Robbie for Bombshell. For obvious reasons, I said Laura Dern.
Ashley.
What AJ said.
Laura Dern.
All right. This season is like genuinely exciting, except for the acting categories.
Accurate.
But let's not speak too soon because we know what category is next. For supporting actor, we had Jamie Foxx for Just Mercy, Tom Hanks for Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Al Pacino for The Irishman, Joe Pesci for The Irishman, and Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Saying those last 4 names and their movie titles, I feel like we're still doing prediction videos. Now, this could be the chance for one of the Irishman dudes to take Pitt out, and I'm still thinking if one of them was to do it, that would be Pesci. But the person I very much want to have this is having a very good run so far. Most people are saying he's an absolute front runner. I'm trying to be careful about that, but I am going to go ahead and say Brad Pitt.
Ashley.
I'm trying to second guess what the Actors Guild might do, so I'm gonna say Pacino.
And I'm also going to go with Brad Pitt here. I think this is when he sews up the race. And it's smooth sailing from here. I think I can say that for most of the acting categories moving forward.
Even for BAFTA?
You know, honestly, it wouldn't shock me at this point.
Well, considering BAFTA does match the Oscars, that's feasible.
Speaking of a category that's almost an absolute at this point, Best Actress.
For actress, we have Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, Lupita Nyong'o for Us, Charlize for Bombshell, and Zellweger for Judy. I mean, unless Charlize wants to make this a race, I wish her the best of luck. I know some people are wondering about Johansson since they showed enough love to her to double nominate her, not just here and not just at BAFTA, but at the big one as well. I suppose that's not out of the realm of possibility, but I mean, Zellweger.
Ashley.
Yeah. It's weird because when I saw it, I was like, well, it's probably winning Best Actress. And like over time, I'm like, it's winning Best Actress? So yeah. Zellweger.
I feel like it was an omen to the leading categories that I saw Joker and Judy in the same weekend.
Nice. Yeah, easily, without a doubt. Zellweger continues the sweep.
You've given up on
This is one I think is probably a
Lupita
guaranteed
finally.
It's not that I give up on her, and she deserves to win this. But,
no, but I mean, you've given up on her because you're trying to realize that they just want to give everybody the same award, so they work out what the hell to do with their trophy collection.
No, I want her to win. I like her performance.
Yeah.
I love Scarlett Johansson's performance.
She should win, but she won't. That's what you're trying to say, yeah. I get you.
I can say the same thing about Scarlett Johansson, too. She should win, but she won't. And we move on to Best Actor.
All right. We have Christian Bale for Ford vs. Ferrari, DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver for Marriage Story, Taron Egerton for Rocketman, and Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. I would have said this was a two-person race, and I even said in the Globe video that even though I chose Joaquin correctly, that there was a good possibility I could have gone with Driver here. But that was before Joker got 11 fucking nominations and Marriage Story underperformed. So...
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, and the fact that Joaquin Phoenix has, like I said, he seems very anti-Hollywood, but he's got a lot of Hollywood friends. He's got a shitload of Hollywood friends.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Joaquin Phoenix.
Ashley.
I so want it to be Egerton because then obviously Joaquin Phoenix wins the Oscar by default. I'm saying Joaquin Phoenix.
I'd love to see Adam Driver win this. At least shake it up a little bit. Nope, not going to happen. One more win for a Joker performance in an acting category at the Oscars. Sorry, Jack Nicholson.
Well, I don't want it misconstrued. I don't want it misconstrued, but I said about Phoenix just now. When it probably sounded like I was implying that he was like kind of being fake with his whole fuck Hollywood thing. It is more of a. It's not necessarily he's a fuck Hollywood person. He just hates all the processes.
Yeah, of course.
And all the publicity and all that. So that's what I meant by that.
Real quick, Bright Guy says the acting category is exciting at the Spirit Awards.
Yeah, Sandler's there.
Yeah, no lie. Maybe Sandler can finally win something. Josephine says, you think Tom Hanks' speech at the Globes can help him win?
I wouldn't say he's out.
No, he's not out.
Like, I mean, I want to say the only person that's out is Jamie Foxx, but once again, SAG's willing to go with people that weren't nominated, so even if it's only happened twice in like 3, that's enough.
Yeah, totally.
Wow, SAG voting finishes on Friday, so maybe it could sway for those that didn't put it in immediately.
People find the humor in Phoenix's anti-Hollywood talk, says Josephine.
What was that?
I feel like people find the humor in Phoenix's anti-Hollywood talk.
Yes, it's like we were saying before after the Globes. People just really expect it of him anyway, so it's not going to hurt him.
No, I don't know.
All right, the last one.
Yep.
All right, for ensemble, we have Bombshell, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Remember how I said I think PGA is going to be 1917, I think DGA is going to be Mendes, but that does not close the door on Parasite or Bong Joon-ho?
Right.
I think a SAG ensemble win is going to be their, if you'll forgive me, secret door in. So I'm going to say Parasite.
Ashley?
When you said secret door, I thought you meant Jojo Rabbit. Um, I'm gonna stick with Parasite as well.
Might as well stick with what brought me to the dance. Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Tarantino movies are always a good bet here.
Yeah.
I never thought a decade ago I would have seen Eli Roth on the SAG stage giving an acceptance speech for the biggest award of the night.
Accurate. Don't count out any nominee in this award except for Bombshell. I think it's the only thing that's out.
I almost feel reckless just saying except for.
I don't see them giving it to Bombshell though. Everything else I can imagine it going to. I can't going to Bombshell.
Is that it?
Yeah, we talked about. Well, they predicted it for SAG Ensemble. Josephine. So that's your show. But they do like to award diverse casts like Hidden Figures and Black Panther.
The hell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's your show. Sorry about the clusterificness of the show itself with the power outage, and I have no idea how Ashley's going to piece this together. So it sounds right. But we're going to find out soon enough because it'll be your video for today. Ashley's back at it tomorrow with his worst of the year video.
Mm-hmm. That'll be winging its way to you. Hopefully, I'll try and upload it for tomorrow afternoon, so it's not here, so you get straight out of bed. It could be evening viewing while you're waiting
Yeah,
for
I get up.
The Grudge or something stupid.
Oh God, no.
Why is Brooklyn Prince decided to do The Turning? The stupid idiot.
I didn't realize that was her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like we said before, then it rolls into Friday, which is AJ's movie review. Going to be Doolittle, Bad Boys for Life, Underwater, and Like a Boss. Ashley takes Saturday with the best of the year list, and then we're back here Sunday for the wrap up of the Screen Actors Guild Awards. And it should be next Wednesday as long as everything lines up for our BAFTA podcast. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just like per usual.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks everyone for joining us tonight, whether live or in archive. Thank you, Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, AJ.
Yeah.
And until next time, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
Unless there's another power cut. Hold on. Got to get my scene transition right. Yeah, we'll go to that one. Donkey isn't worthy of it this week. Next week, maybe, my friend. Next week.